Hey everyone, and welcome to episode 144 of Brew Talk with Mr. Beer. My name is Robert Lewis. I will once again be your host for today's show. As always, we appreciate you guys taking the time to tune in and watch our videos. If you want to reference this video in like a written format, so you want to read about it instead of listening to me talk about it, you can find that on our blog page, mrbeer.com/blog, or just go to mrbeer.com and click on the blog button and you can search and do all kinds of cool stuff in there. So today's topic is, I thought it would be useful to kind of retouch on this one a little bit, but today's topic is household sanitizers you can use for home brewing. I mean, the best way to ruin an exciting brew day is you get ready to get all your stuff ready, go to brew your batch, and you have no sanitizer, no rinse cleanser, you lost it, you dropped it, you misplaced it, whatever happened, you just forgot you didn't have any. So you're like, crap, now I can't brew, but there are some things around your house that you can use in a pinch to sanitize all of your brewing equipment. So I'm going to go through those and kind of how to use them. And yeah, so the first one is bleach. So you can use bleach to sanitize your brewing equipment. The rule of thumb is you want to use 1 capful of bleach per gallon of water that you're using. You also want to make sure that you're using non-scented bleach. If you have a bleach that has like a lavender smell to it or something like that, it's going to cause some issues when it comes to the brewing process, and it can kind of create some off flavors or even some odd smells for your brew, which nobody wants. So when using bleach, you will want to mix up the solution, like I said earlier, of 1 capful per 1 gallon of water, and then you would sanitize like you normally would, so per the instructions that come with our beer kit or whatever beer kit you happen to be making at the time. The only difference is that versus like a regular home brewing sanitizer is after you use the bleach, you will want to rinse out your fermenter bottles or whatever other utensils you happen to sanitize once you're done doing that. And you want to rinse it out until the smell of bleach is gone. So basically once you sanitize everything, so you're sanitizing your fermenter, if you can see that down there, shake it all up, dump it out, then you're going to want to rinse that out with water until you no longer smell the bleach inside the fermenter. This will help just preventing you getting kind of some odd smells and aromas with your beer that can happen from bleach. So if you're in a pinch, you can use unscented bleach. Solution number 2 is OxiClean. I think it's OxiClean Free or Free and Clear. I can't remember exactly what they call it. I think it's OxiClean Free is what we're going to call it. Basically, you will mix up 1 tablespoon of this into a gallon of water. Once again, you will sanitize with it like you normally would. So mix it up, sanitize your fermenter, your bottles, your equipment, whatever you happen to be using at the time. And with this one, we would also recommend just giving a light rinse afterwards, not necessarily till the smell is gone, but just give everything a rinse out that you covered in the solution, just to make sure that bubbles or any suds that's left over from sanitizing with that is not sitting in what you're going to be using. The OxiClean Free has a similar chemical breakdown of what our no-rinse cleanser is, so it's going to provide a similar quality of sanitizing, but it's not a food-grade product, so you can't really, it's not probably safe to leave sitting in there for digestion, which is kind of a difference between our no-rinse cleanser and something like this. So since it's not food-grade, we would suggest just rinsing it out after you use it. And third is hydrogen peroxide, which is another great substitute to use. This works very similar to our no-rinse cleanser. You do want to make sure that the grade of peroxide is at 3% or higher. This can be found obviously at most drugstores. Most people have this in their house already. You don't need to mix this with water or anything like that. It's just ready to go as is. You just want enough so you can sanitize all of your equipment. So dump some in your fermenter, shake it around, swirl it up, make sure it touches everything in there. Soak your utensils in it, do all the stuff you normally would. Use our no-rinse cleanser. No need to rinse after this or anything like that. Do all your regular sanitizing practices and you're good to go. So to recap, the 3 things you can use or 3 household cleaners, household items you can use to sanitize for home brewing is bleach, unscented bleach, OxiClean Free, and hydrogen peroxide. So that kind of covers the main replacements that we would recommend if you're in a pinch. Obviously, the best way to not have this happen is just to have some extra no-rinse cleansers lying on hand. They're like 95 cents on the website or $1 or something like that. I can't remember. But if you want to just grab a few on your next order, then you never got to worry about it, and you're always good for all your future brew days. So that's going to wrap it up for this week's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, learned something. And like I said, if you're in a pinch and you're like, oh, I need to brew, and you watch the video and we saved your brew day, you're welcome. If you want to learn more about Mr. Beer, hang out with fellow Mr. Beer brewers, Join our Facebook group, Mr. Beer's Brewing Society. You can just find that by searching Mr. Beer's Brewing Society on Facebook. And if you want to follow us on all of our social media platforms, we're just at Mr. Beer on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. That's going to wrap it up for this week, and I will talk to you guys next week. Cheers.